as simple as that. There are other competitors, contenders that sometimes they are better or we're not better, and accept it and move forward.
Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola on Total Sport. Matt Upson and John Murray, your commentary team tonight. John, I know, like me, you were at Ipswich on Sunday. Obviously a very different level of opposition to what they're going to face tonight, but was that as assured as you've seen Manchester City in a while?
Yeah, for a little while, and I think there's still the issue of consistency, but in saying that, you know, they're unbeaten since they defeated Aston Villa before Christmas, so unbeaten in 2025. They've put together a run, but I think more importantly, it's how they looked. Yet at the same time, they lost Jeremy Doku for this match. So there's just when the injuries were easing, it appeared, then Doku and Nathan Ake are now on the injured list. But John Stones is back in the party here. As you say, of course, Rodri is the biggest figure of all to be missing during the course of this season. But I thought there were certainly signs with Kevin De Bruyne. I thought he looked sharp. Foden looked sharp. Doku and De Bruyne, the way that they work together. And of course, Haaland just keeps on scoring the goals. So that's as good as I've seen them since they went into this winter slump.
Yeah, we'll talk more about Haaland in a second. Matt, in terms of that blip then, are they through it now, or is the jury still out as far as you're concerned?
No, I think they're showing signs that they're through what that was. And now I think there's a difference from getting over that blip to becoming the team that was winning consecutive Premier Leagues and challenging in this competition regularly and getting to that level. I think they're somewhere in the middle. And I think they could produce that kind of performance this evening when you've got players like Phil Foden and, like John mentioned, Haaland, the goals that he scores, Kevin De Bruyne. You have that kind of layoff and not the games and the fitness struggles that he's had. And all of a sudden you start to see him getting up to those levels. Then he can produce the top level stuff that we love to see him produce on the football pitch. So they're getting closer to that. And I think that's the main thing. It isn't going to happen overnight.
I know you spoke to Pep in the press conference yesterday, John, about Phil Foden. 6 goals and 2 assists in his last 7 games. That's much more like the Phil Foden we all know.
Yeah, and I was interested because at Portman Road on Sunday night, he did make reference to the fact that at the start of the season, he said that Foden was a completely different boy. So I was quite keen to hear what it was that was happening and going on. And he did reference the Euros. I suspect probably that's the answer I was looking for, because I just feel that affected him. And the season that he had, the best season of his career, receiving all of those awards, it is difficult to replicate. And then the experience that he had at the Euros, I still cannot believe that he didn't score at that tournament. But he didn't. And I do feel that there was a hangover from that. And I think what Guardiola said last night kind of backs that up.
He was not able to play.